Alright, it couldn't get any more clear than this. It looks like Crash Bandicoot is 100% confirmed for Smash. Let's speculate!
Block content.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Block Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Oh yes, it does absolutely look like Crash Bandicoot might actually be coming to Smash, and we're not talking some theoretical idea or like huge speculation. No, it actually really feels like there is a big hint towards this character actually becoming playable, and not only Crash, but maybe also another character aside him. So I really wanted to talk about this because so many of you guys have sent this my way. Of course, we've also already talked about that whole theory with the clocks and everything, and I think that it is, really interesting to think about characters that have something to do with time. I mean, we already talked a whole lot about Chrono from Chrono Trigger. A lot of people said Professor Layton and a couple of imagery with that game with clocks and time, and of course also Sora from Kingdom Hearts, a lot of imagery from that game. But yes, there seemed to be only one victor at the end of this race, at the end of this team racing, if you will, because yes, it does absolutely seem like Crash Bandicoot might make its way to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, this information that I'm about to share with you guys has been glossed over, talked about, and speculated to the absolute depth. So it does seem like the character is being hinted at by those two clocks, and the main thing that people are thinking is because one of the villains in the Crash games is Entropy, right? Nefarious Stropy, and that character is also, famous for its time, right? I actually own a figure of this character, like from way back with Crash Bandicoot 3, I believe, and so I totally love this character. I think that it's very unique, and the character also, of course, appears in the brand new game, Crash 4, It's About Time. So it is about time, and yes, the character does absolutely have that clock, but there's something else, right? The character has a female counterpart in Crash Bandicoot 4, and that character also, of course, wears a clock, very similar outfit, but a little bit different. But those two clocks actually have the hands on the exact same position as the clocks in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sakurai's post, right? It is that one with the swirling vortex background and those two big stopwatches, and I mean, it's just too close for comfort, right? So let's talk about all this and speculate what could be happening with Crash and Smash, when the character will drop, and of course, why there are two clocks, maybe two characters, right? I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube content? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on our next Question Blocked episode. And yes, we just uploaded a brand new episode of Block Talk. It's me and Corey playing through a bunch of fun games. Our first one is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, and we're dropping a whole lot more. It's fun, it's cool to hang out with your friends, so please listen to this brand new episode. It actually goes to show that we can do more here on Block Content than our regular daily uploads, and that will actually make sure that we get to make other videos as well. So please support that show. Alright guys, let's get into the news of today, and that is of course talking about these two clocks, these two characters. So yes, Entropy, it seems like this character is what Sakurai is hinting towards with this post. Of course, no other information is given by Sakurai. It is just these two clocks that seem to coincide perfectly with those two characters. Now, the hands on those clocks are way too similar to this just being a coincidence, right? I mean, there's no other characters that are two characters with clocks. There's no real other game at this moment that really significantly talks about time. And of course, Crash is the one character that we're still waiting on. So in all senses, this absolutely feels like it is not just a rumor. It's just a little hint. This seems like too big of a coincidence to not be real. Now, of course, I really want you guys' input on if this could be, just a big coincidence, and if people are losing their minds over nothing. But yes, people have actually found a lot of screenshots about these two characters that make it seem like, yes, those hands are not just in one single piece of artwork for these characters. That is essentially their default position for these characters in artwork, right? Of course, in artwork, these things don't move around. So with these two clocks being exactly the same as these two characters and their position also being left and right in most of the art, it makes it just too close for comfort. I don't think that this is something fake. I don't think that this is something that is just a coincidence. What I think is going on here is one of two things, and I'll tell you the one that I think is most likely. Number one, it is Sakurai actually giving a little hint, right? And it might just be a hint to the Crash Bandicoot franchise. It might not even mean that Crash is in Smash, but it's just Sakurai having a little play, and seeing if the audience can actually pick up on it. Well, of course we do, because you are just posting a vortex and two clocks with 2 times on it. So of course people have already talked about these 2 clocks being 2 times, including HBox, which I think is really funny, but also the fact that of course these 2 clocks could absolutely perfectly mean that Crash is coming to the game, and Sakurai is just, doing a little tiny tease, a little tiny hint to the character. I don't think that this has nothing to do with Crash. It either has something to do with it, but he's not coming to Smash, like it's just a little joke, and Sakurai wants to see if we pick up on it. I don't think that that is likely. I think the most likely scenario here, and it's even weird to say, like we might actually have found the perfect hint and translated it perfectly to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This doesn't really happen all that often. I mean, talk about all those, things with Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and there's characters in the clouds, Ridley's in the clouds, or maybe even stuff like Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS with, different leaks of Geno and stuff like that. And with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we got so much of that too, and different colored chairs and everything like that. But yeah, Sakurai does seem to actually put hints out there, and we can really take this as something that either confirms that Sakurai is absolutely posting hints on his social media, or we can take this as, well, Sakurai is really playing with the fans. If the character doesn't actually drop, then this seems to be Sakurai having a little fun at the fan expectations, sense. So I do think that, to me, this is Crash coming to Smash, and I am elated. I'm super happy about this because the, odds are definitely in Crash's favor. Now, if you guys are wondering, what do 2 clocks mean? Why the 2 clocks? Well, 2 reasons. One, it's of course those 2 different characters. For Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. But the other hand, it is, yes, I think Crash is going to be accompanied by another character. That character is Coco. I think we're going to get Crash and Coco as 2 different characters, or a character that can change into his skin with a different voice. So what could be happening here is either something very similar to Byleth that actually dropped and had a female counterpart, or maybe actually 2 characters, the same that happened with Simon and Richter. And no, I don't think that these will be 2 different slots on the Fighter's Pass. I think that there will still be 1 slot. So my money is definitely on Crash getting another skin that is Coco with a different voice. There's also different theories about voices and such like that totally also are in favor of Crash actually coming with a counterpart to him. So I would love to hear what you guys think of all the crazy Crash and Smash news. And if you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is none other than, do you absolutely think that this is hinting towards Crash getting into Smash? 100%. So let me know. And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user, and drumroll, Pip Owen, saying, I personally think the next games will be Diamond and Pearl remakes as far as the Pokemon franchise is concerned. And as a business perspective, it would make sense since it would make lots of money and fans would be happy since we've wanted Sinnoh remakes since Auras came out. But it's Pokemon, so it would make a lot of money anyway. But if they were doing the Kalos sequels, they should do it in the style of Pokemon Black and Pokemon White too, with more story and a lot of just quality of life changes, like more Pokemon, new gym leaders, new locations, and old characters returning, new game modes, and most importantly, how the world and characters have changed in all these years. So Pip Owen, thank you so much for sending in your comment. I mean, it is really fun to think about all these delayed Pokemon games or eventually canceled Pokemon games that were sequels to games that actually a lot of people loved. And in terms of what Pokemon game is next, I think we might get one one more round of DLC for Sword and Shield. And then, yes, a remake seems very likely. I don't think that they'll go to the next Pokemon, era yet. I don't think that they'll do the next generation. I think they'll wait a little bit and maybe make something, from the Diamond and Pearl, maybe Black and White too. Yes, that seems very much in the possibility right now. So thank you guys so much for sending in all your comments. These are always so much fun to do. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and super chats you guys send during live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created in block content style, join me for a discussion, or even have your own ideas become animations, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications. And all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!